those magnificent men in their flying machines. They go up to the up, up, they go down to the up, down.
Okay, hi. I was thinking I've got away with it. I think I fixed the camera now from stopping it doing the jumps, as it seems to keep doing, going back to the beginning all the time, which is a bit of a nuisance. So anyway, so I thought I'd do this video of the actual forming the main wing. Okay, so onwards and upwards, hey, let's see. Alright, bear with us. Take it off the stand. Put that over there out of the way. Okay, so basically, I'll try and keep it as still as possible. I've took the main rib, as you can see. Okay, one of the must-is is just to drill the holes out. Put all the 8 ribs, and if you see there, I've got the 8 ribs. Just count out your ribs along your wing. You're going to need the servo wires to run through, and also I'll come to that in a minute. Right, so looking at the picture on of the real one in the Shuttleworth collection, like I said in the last video, the ailerons ain't marked on this plan, so you've got to move yourself. Hence why I've moved these over a bit. So you line everything up with the rib. Like I said before, these are all just offcuts and spare parts, pieces of bolster that I've got left over whilst I'm waiting for my other plane. So things will be slightly different, but it doesn't really matter because it's still the same size of the plan. You know, it's just how you do it. So they're all lined out now, ready to go, leading edge, trailing edge, and so forth. So all the ribs will fit exactly right where you want them. Okay. And now obviously the end bit as well, if you look there, I've driven that, and that just use the ring tip that I made as a guide. See, you just draw around it, and there's your problem solved for that bit. Okay, right, okay, so that's that. Right, and so we're coming out now. So we got all these, lovely. Now, like I said in the last video, this is the bottom wing, so it will run up to the end there. On the top wing, if you're making this plane, I'll tell you now, on the top wing, it goes to there. So your root rib for the top wing will be there. Okay, and then obviously on the bottom wing it's there, purely because the centre of the wings are wider than each other, you know. That's how it looks anyway. Okay, so right, that's the main part of that done. I'll stand back a bit so you can see. Now we've got to concentrate on the aileron as well, because it's not in the plan. So what I'm going to do is, I looked at the wing, and the aileron starts about there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll glue all these in, and use your set square like you do, yeah, so it's all nice and straight. And then what I do is, like I did with the other plane that I've showed on previous videos, but obviously each video is different in it, I suppose. So with your offcuts that I've kept from the ribs that I've chopped for the centre wings and stuff, you then just reform it by putting the next one in. See what I mean? Because that's going to have to be trimmed in a way to allow the backing plate that you're going to sand to shape to make the aileron, which I'll come to in another video. But it just shows you what I mean roughly, yeah, how it goes. That's why you save these bits. Okay, so it makes less work for you. Okay, and then you just work backwards. And the holes I might add, drill. Just get your pillar drill. Okay, and you put the block of 8 in, nice piece of wood underneath. Drill one side, drill the other, and then just use the drill to cut the hole nicely and make it all nice and smooth like that. Big enough to get your leads through. Okay, I know this is all like probably to builders common sense, but anyone who's new to it, it does help, I think. Okay, so onwards and upwards. So I'll start gluing these now. Listening to all the world. Yay, jelly. Okay, other things you've got to concentrate. Oh yeah, so before I forget, other things you've got to look at whilst you're doing the wing, as well as the aileron, you've got to look at the strut positions. Okay, because that's very important. Okay, mark them. Okay, and then any rigging places. For example, because this is a 4 aileron plane, you've got to put a pin in there to allow for the rod that's going to move them up and down. So yeah, I'll come to that in another video. You know, so ailerons, nice. Okay, and don't forget to put your riblets in, because I did that in the last plane. Completely forgot to put them in, which was a real pain in the bum trying to fit them in after. Jelly. Okay, so onwards and upwards. So we'll try and get some wing together. Okay. sort of thing. Jelly. So you can see now I've actually more or less put it all in. I've decided that I've put the strengthening plates in. I suppose that's the right word for it. On both sides of this wing, this side and that side. Purely because, like I said in previous videos, I'm using what balsa I've got and what strip balsa and stuff and spruce. And I've got enough spruce to do like one top of all 4 wings, 4 sheets, and the other one's just normal. So that's why I've capped them all to give it extra strength. So there you go. So that's that. Okay, so what else is there to deal with? Okay, so the ailerons. Right, what I've done with the ailerons is I've decided with this model I've built the ailerons on with the wing, if that makes sense, instead of making them separate. So the trailing edge I left intact, and I basically cut a piece of balsa to match the back end of that, so it's all level. And then I built the actual individual bits in between, and then just cut with my fingers. I just cut down with a razor saw and then a scroll saw to get it off. Pardon me, which I'll show you in a minute. Okay, put this piece in for the horn for the servo, and then if you closely look there, it's a piece of old. I've got some up here. Here you go. So just out of a bit of old thin alloy, like I do with all the planes. Just cut them to size, so they're all the same size, 4 of them. Okay, and that's obviously to take the that's epoxied in. Okay, all that's epoxied in. Just cut an extra piece there. Got my fingers running. Do that first before we put this in, obviously, and then it's all epoxied in, nice and solid. So that'll take the rod that's going to move the ailerons up and down. Okay, so that's done. So basically, it's almost there. So they're marked up where the struts are going. Okay, and then on the plan it shows you that the strut goes. If I can get it on there. Oh God, where's it gone? Oh, this bloody camera. And that's where the other strut goes. So I've got put a piece in there. Alright, with a bit of ply. That, you know, it's once it goes in, it'll be nice, and then hide the screws and that to hold the plates. Same on this side, which I'll come to in another video. Okay, so that's that bit. And then if you look there, I've marked where the end of the wingtips go in, and I've done it on this side as well. So if we take this off now, that should just come away. See? So it's all there. That'll be all nice and true. And then I'll just mark down the centre there, down the centre like I've done on previous videos, and turn that to shape so you've got the movement. Okay. But before I do all that, what I'll do is I'll put the wingtip on, half the wingtip on that side, and then the other half. I'll put it all in. So it's all nice and it looks like one solid wing without any ailerons. And then once that's done, I'll sand it all to shape, and then it'll work. And that'll be nice. Because you've got to get it roughly, you've got to get it that shape. As it shows you there. Okay. So that's the wing, ladies and gentlemen. And that's probably the best thing I can show you at the moment. I've had a few comments. A chap did say to use grease-proof paper. He reckons that would be better, but the reason I use cellophane is, as you can see under there, I have got absolutely stacks of it. You know what I mean? I've got enough to wrap the whole house in, so there's not a problem with that. That's why I use it. Plus I'm used to it and it's nice. Okay, you can just chuck it away, so it's all done. But he has got a point, grease-proof yet, but I'm doing this all on a budget. So we got that right, so that's basically all that done. Lovely. So next stage, do the wingtip, put in the servo plate, and how I do that is I really cheat on this. Right, I had the credentials. I really cheat on it because what I do is just get a piece of, it's a bit of thin ply, and I literally just put it over and I'll just draw around it. Okay, it's very hard to do this one hand. Draw around it, cut it out, and then obviously cut out the size for the servo, and then it goes, and then reinforce it with bits of sticks like I do normally. So that'll be that job done. Okay, so that's that taken care of. Okay, it's really simplistic, so that'll do that. Okay, so that's basically it. And then the good news is my little triplane. Right, bless it. Sad as it is to see it go, it was sold today for £320 on eBay, which I'm really pleased with, because that's the money towards my Gloucester Gladiator. And now my luck, you know what, they're going to have, right, a triplane turn up at the Shuttleworth collection, and if they do, I'll bloody cry, because the idea is I'm just building planes that sit in that collection, and they don't have a DR1 in their collection, which is I'm really pleased about, because if they do get one, I'll be like, oh no. Anyway, it's gone, so the guy will be quite happy with it, I'm sure, when he comes to get it, and that'll be that. So woohoo, onwards and upwards. So bye bye Tripley. Okay. Anyway, so that's that. So next stage is, and then obviously when I've done that, I'll build because of where the plans are, I'm going to build the top wing next. But then turn the plan upside down and build it again, repeat the process. That's quite a long old thing. So at least you've seen it, you know, so there might not be a video for a while, because obviously I'm just going to build them around and get them all out of the way. Okay? Anyway, lovely. Alright, and if I've missed anything, please make a comment, because I'm like, not sure. Okay, so that's that. Alright then. Cheerio for now. Bye.
Those magnificent men, those magnificent men, those magnificent men in the flying machine.